It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Monday, the 10th of February. I'm Michael Groff. It'll be another warm day out there today. Temperatures up near 80 degrees. Obviously, that's about 10 degrees above where we ought to be for this time of year. But then a cooling trend takes place for the rest of the week. We'll see quite a bit more cloud cover along the way as well. And by later this week, precipitation chances begin to increase across Arizona. Now, there is still considerable uncertainty as to exactly where, when, and how much rain or snow there will be over the state. But we'll try to figure things out as we dive on in and talk about it. First, the almanac from yesterday. What a gorgeous day it was. 77 degrees the afternoon high, 55 the morning low, obviously above the averages of 70 and 48. Outside right now, here at 11:30 a.m., there's a few clouds out there right now. We're sitting at 70 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point's 34. Humidity sits at 26%. The winds are calm and the barometer 30 inches and steady. Satellite picture out here across the west. Yeah, we've got some high clouds moving across the region right now. We'll see those through the rest of the day today. More clouds will be in here by later tomorrow and Wednesday as a bigger trough begins to develop. A long wave trough starts to develop here across the west. The watch warning map, we've got winter storm watches around Topeka and Kansas City and over into parts of northern Missouri. We've got winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories from Kentucky eastward into the Virginias, Maryland, the Chesapeake Bay. And of course, the snowflakes are flying and the cold temperatures exist up to the north over Montana and North Dakota, as you would expect. And for the Sierra, they're expecting a significant amount of snow later this week. Convective outlook for today. We don't anticipate any organized severe weather today. And here's the precipitation outlook valid through Monday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix between about 1/4 to 1/2 inch expected. And we'll see a pretty good amount of precipitation, at least a decent amount across most of the state. But the further south you go, probably the less there will be. It's going to be an interesting rain gradient here, precipitation gradient, if you will. We'll get into the details of that right now as we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 12Z run. It's valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, folks, you got ridging over the southeast. Still, the heights are above average. Now, for us, there is a little weak short wave that's bringing those clouds, and the deeper clouds and any precipitation is found, obviously, over parts of New Mexico and West Texas. There's some light drizzle. There might even be a little bit of freezing rain over the Texas Panhandle later this evening and tomorrow. But, you know, for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today, we're just going to see some clouds around. We'll call it partly sunny. High temperatures this afternoon will top out around 80 degrees. And again, that's about 10 degrees above where we ought to be for this time of year. For tonight, a few clouds around. Lows will generally be in the 40s and 50s for us, mid 40s to mid 50s, depending on where you are in the valley. And then tomorrow, well, once that little wave passes by, we'll see a bit more sun tomorrow, but it will be cooler. High temperatures will top out in the upper 60s and low 70s. I would say afternoon highs tomorrow are probably going to be about 8 to 11 degrees cooler than what we experience for today. And that's going to set the stage for the rest of the week as we go to Wednesday. Deeper troughing is beginning to set up over the west. Now, there's going to be an initial short wave that kind of comes on through on Wednesday, and that should bring a few showers to central and northern Arizona. The question is, could we see anything here in the south central deserts on Wednesday? Probably not. There's a small chance we might squeeze out a shower or two, especially across northern northeast Maricopa County. Maybe the northeastern parts of the Phoenix metro area, North Scottsdale, Carefree, Cave Creek, those areas up toward Rio Verde and stuff. But for the most part, I think we're going to be dry for the day on Wednesday, but quite a bit of cloud cover around. And again, high temperatures should top out in the low to middle 60s. It'll be a cool day. Now on Thursday, this will be interesting. That initial wave moves on out, and maybe a very brief little shortwave ridge comes on through, but it'll be sort of brief and what I would call a dirty ridge because there's still going to be moisture that kind of comes in underneath that, especially later in the day. And look what's happening off to the west. The old atmospheric river is getting cranked up, and we've got plenty of rain from Southern California northward up into parts of Oregon and the Great Basin, the Sierra getting just hammered by rain and, of course, higher elevation snow. Now, most of this moisture will stay to the west of us on Thursday, but there is a chance we could see some showers around here. But even if we get rain on Thursday, I would say it'd be light, it'd be scattered in nature. We are going to at least introduce that chance of precipitation for Thursday, especially by Thursday afternoon. High temperatures may rebound a little bit, as again, the flow is more west-southwesterly, so not a lot of cold air advection to be had here. High temperatures, yeah, probably somewhere 66 to 70 or so. All right, now by Thursday night and Friday, this trough and the associated moisture is going to move east. Now, this low kind of weakens, but this moisture should get directed into central and northern Arizona. The question really is going to fall to how far south the axis of moisture gets here, how much we'll see in the south central deserts, the jet dynamics that's set up here. Will we see, some good lifting here just to the north and east of Phoenix to get some precipitation up on the rim? How is it going to look? And right now, my analysis of the models, the last few runs here, kind of leads me to be a little bit more skeptical about rain chances in here on Friday. At this moment, we've got the forecast pretty much copy-pasting what the National Weather Service is saying, and that is showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms on Friday. We've got an 80% chance of rain in the forecast. And the Weather Service and the guys over at WPC seem to indicate rain amounts could be anywhere from a quarter to a half inch. The National Blend of Models is on board with that. I am a little bit more apprehensive about going that hog wild on precipitation chances and rain amounts here. And you heard it here first. I am wondering if we're going to get any precipitation at all out of this event, or if we do, it would be kind of one of these very scattered, light shower sort of affairs. Probably not necessarily the more robust precipitation scenarios we have seen in some of our model runs. But at this point, we're going to keep the forecast on par with the National Weather Service to avoid the mixed message sense. But I'm just telling you my analysis of this. It looks more like this will be a California, southern Nevada, northern Arizona kind of setup, maybe central Arizona here in the southern deserts. Not saying we won't get any rain, but probably not a lot. But that's how it looks right now. This can change, and there is definitely model discrepancy. There is forecast uncertainty because some of the individual members within the GFS ensemble and even a few of the European ensemble members do indicate a more robust push of moisture, but I'm just looking at deterministic model trends, and they certainly have shown a definitive shift toward the deeper moisture access being confined further to the north and west. But we'll see how it plays out, okay? So for Friday, right now, our forecast says showers, slight chance of thunderstorms, 80% chance of rain, highs in the 60s, mid-60s, upper 60s. And that's where we're at with the forecast at this point. We'll continue to see at least a chance of showers into Friday night. By Saturday morning, still a few showers could be around across the northeastern parts of Maricopa County. Again, Scottsdale and up in Carefree, Cave Creek, and some of those areas, you could see some showers around. But for the most part, we'll see decreasing clouds, partly cloudy for most of the day on Saturday. High temperatures should get back to near 70. And we'll warm it up by Sunday as ridging builds back in with highs back toward the mid-70s, maybe even upper 70s. Some of our models really show the ridge builds in rapidly and temperatures warm up pretty quickly here. All right, a week from today, this is Monday the 17th, and westerly flow here. Temperatures look to be a little bit above average in this scenario, but nothing too crazy. Going out 10 days, this is Wednesday the 19th. Ridging over the Northeast Pacific, the Pacific Northwest, and nosing in here. Temperatures would be a little bit above average. I'd say highs probably 75 to 80 if this works out. And of course, we are dry. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix out through the 24th of February off the GFS ensemble, and most of the members do indicate rainfall here. The ensemble mean, well, it's under a quarter of an inch. And the GFS ensemble now is has trended a little bit drier. The European ensemble, a little bit wetter. Not by a lot, but a little bit. It's got rain amounts a little over 1/3 of an inch on the ensemble mean, and most of the members showing precipitation here. I will just, as we get closer, obviously we're going to be able to fine tune this forecast a little bit better. But right now, this is, it still looks like we could see some precipitation, but probably not a lot. Now, if we do get thunderstorms embedded in this, and obviously that's going to change the distribution of rainfall somewhat, and some spots will see more than others by quite a bit. That's how this stuff works, but I guess we'll see. Now, temperatures off the national blend of models. It's got Wednesday as the coolest day of the period, and despite the clouds and precipitation, the NBM is pushing us up into the 70s on Thursday and Friday. I don't know if it's going to get that warm if we have the clouds and the precip around. But still, this would lend to temperatures being close to seasonal averages, and then obviously much warmer as we head toward next week. And this is off the national blend of models as well. I'll show you the summary here. For precipitation, again, the NBM is over 1/2 inch here in Phoenix. And I'm a little bit impressed by that, but I'm also just not completely convinced that's how it's going to go down. But I sure hope I'm wrong about that. I hope I'm misreading that analysis. I'm just a little bit skeptical based on how model trends have been going and how rapidly that area of low pressure weakens as it moves inland on Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday north of Arizona. But we'll see. All right. That's what makes weather so fascinating, right? There's many ways to interpret things, and sometimes when you think you've kind of got a little bit of a handle on this science, it will prove that you do not, and that's what's great about it. It's very challenging. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make those monetary contributions to us, or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, everything that's Michelle related. It's linked up down in the description, or of course, you can just go directly to SweetChildAZ.com or .org and check it all out for yourself. And you know what else you can do while you're looking through things in our description of this video? You can check out our streaming station. It's available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that over there. It is the most chaotic mix of music you'll ever hear. And again, you can click the links in the description to check that out, or you can go directly to KMGX.com and give it a listen for yourself. And when you do, you just might hear stuff like this. There you go. What song was that? Well, we can't play any more than that. Otherwise, we risk getting demonetized. And when you make as little money as we do off of this venture, well, getting demonetized, well, I guess probably doesn't matter, right? What's the difference if I don't make $2 today? But still, I don't want to get demonetized. Got to make that dollar somehow. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. Please be safe. And you guys have yourselves an absolutely beautiful rest of your Monday.